There's another Killer Michael that I read about recently called Jigsaw. He always says, do you want to play a little game? Michael, when I want to play a little game, carve your goddamn pumpkin yourself! Okay. Freddie, no! Get away from me. Get your head away from Michael. I mean, Freddie.
Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch a Movie. I'm Mike. He's Jay. Nightmare 5. We're getting into the goddamn dirt month.
We're in the dirty part of Nightmare on Elm Street series. We're in Dream Child. The Dream Child. I swear to God, Maury, it's not mine. You are not the father.
Oh, shit.
Running
Bagels
away.
and sunsets.
Oh, God. What the fuck just happened
Bagel
again?
bites.
Again, it was one of those WTF moments. You're like, what the fuck is happening?
It's sick.
But,
dark.
Yet, Dream Child featured some good goddamn deaths, and that's what we're all about here, having some good goddamn deaths on the fucking channel, talking about horror movies. That's what we're all here about. Like, let's be fucking real and let's be honest. We watch these movies to get the good deaths. I'll bite the fuck out of your fingernail.
Stop. Alice is back, and let me tell you something about Alice in this movie.
Wonderland.
Alice, and I think that she was named Alice on purpose because the whole fucking movie in 4 she was just like, huh? What? Yeah. But in this movie, actually, I feel like she watched her performance in part 4 and then came back and watched this and was like, no, I'm actually going to act this time. Because I got to tell you this, I hated Alice in Nightmare 4, and I actually liked her a lot in this movie. Like, she was good. The movie starts out, and she's actually with
Dan.
Eli Manning. Yeah, Dan. Eli Manning. Dude looks dead on fucking Eli. He's got, you get away from that candy bar store.
He's got 2 Super Bowls. So
she's with him, and they're having this weird sex scene where they're just like, oh,
that was the most. You know what? I wanted to have a bonerific time, but I was so confused. Like, am I getting a boner because I'm seeing the guy or I'm seeing the girl? Because there's so much body.
You have that problem a lot.
I know. I shouldn't drink when I go out to bars. But anyway,
he must work out.
Yeah, his buns are steel. He can fucking create diamonds out of coal if he squeezes butt cheeks together. Anyway, it was a really awkward, strange sex scene. I mean, I'm imagining watching this movie, you know, in the 80s, and maybe with your mother and grandmother, as you would take them to go see this, and having this sex scene.
What kind of son are you?
Grandmother. We need to go see something else. But no, it was such a weird scene. Like, I mean, it's bluish light, and they're like, ooh, and then you're like, their bodies are moving, and I'm like, so you're fucking, or bodies are coming together, or like liquid melting. Yeah, it's weird.
At a Smushmortion clinic.
But anyhow, so what the idea behind Dream Child is that Alice's unborn child is allowing. I mean, I know I'm skipping a little ahead, but look, this is the plot.
Just do it, Steven. Alice's
unborn child is allowing Freddie to come back because the child fucking dreams. I knew that motherfucker should have had a timeout. I didn't even know that. Is that real? Like, guys, you girls that have been pregnant before, I mean, you've had kids, but I don't know. Like, I want...
Not personally.
I don't know.
I mean, I didn't poop them out.
Have you ever seen Junior?
They didn't come out of my butt.
Have you never seen Junior? If you girls have had babies before, have you ever asked them before, like, do they dream? Like, unborn kids? Or?
I was watching this and thinking about that because, like, the whole... Like, basically what happens is
I dream all the time.
Dan dies. Dan fucking dies.
In an amazing way.
And it's a great Mad Max Fury Road scene where, like, he puts him in it. Like, well, first off, they're hanging out by a pool, and he's in his Wranglers, but he has no shirt on. But she's somewhere else.
Showing the abs off.
But then he decides to go to her.
No, because Alice was doing her shift at the night diner.
Why does he have a shirt on?
Because he was, like, relaxing by the pool.
He should at least have his swimming trunks.
He wants to show his ab workout. But he was relaxing with... The other character is Yvonne, Mark, and I think Greta is the other ones. And
Greta's sexy.
They're all their own different characters. Like, Yvonne is a swimmer, and she's all about, like, being the best at swimming and really about like schoolwork and doing her thing.
And people on the stairs.
Greta is the girl that her mother controls every move she makes. She wants her to be a supermodel because goddamn, she's got that fucking model body going. And then you got Mark, who wants to be a comic book, artist, and he's cool. I like Mark a lot.
He's very like The Cure.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago, I hated him, and today I fucking like his character a lot.
And then you got Dan. Dan's the jock guy, and then you got Alice.
It's cool of him to hang out with all these weirdos, though. Like, he's supposed to be this jock, popular kid, but he's like, fuck it, I like my friends. Like, I like the characters.
My stakes in life doesn't define me.
Not just in 4, but in 5 as well. Like, I like some of the characters. Like, he's a cool dude. And Dan's dad's like, this is about your future, son. And he's like, I just want to go to Europe with my girlfriend. It's like
you piece of shit.
Like, I gotta be honest with you though. Like, if I'm Dan in that situation, like, you could be a quarterback. Like, you are a fucking big deal, and you're gonna waste all that shit to go to Europe with this crazy chick who in part 4 was consistently like,
they loved her.
Where's my celery?
And by the way, what happened to her hair? She had red hair. She had sexy red hair with blue eyes, and now she's blonde hair with blue eyes. It's still nice.
I go back to the same thing with her though. Like, she was so likable in this movie. Like, I hated her in 4. In 4, she was constantly just like, I forgot to rewind my VHS tape.
Because I want to say really quick how Freddie comes back. Because we always talk about how Freddie comes back.
Oh, it's the soul of
Amanda Kruger. Remember in Nightmare 3 we talked about Amanda Kruger. The soul of butt fucks. They do show a flashback of Amanda Kruger getting left in there with 1,000 maniacs, and we do see what happens.
You see it.
And that's fucked up.
It was enough to know it.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
But you see it.
Anyway, you see Freddie, this weird creature that comes out of her later on, and Alice is witnessing all this from Amanda's perspective. And that one chick, the nun, she's like, they're all creatures of God. And she's like, that's no creature of God. I thought the doctor was funny because he's like, it's going to be okay. And then he's like, holy shit. Let's
get out of here.
Yeah, he was like, what the fuck is that? But Freddie, somehow Freddie brought Amanda Kruger's spirit back because she's tormented, I guess, because she killed herself. And was able to birth himself into reality and then like skitter away into the church and like resurrect his body with a weird fucking arm. Like, what the fuck happened?
I forgot all about that.
I know, and that was so weird. I'm like, guys, like, I know what you're going for because it's called Dream Child, but at the same time, that is fucking weird.
No, I know. Like, well, you got the scene, like, basically she gets escorted there by 2 orderlies or whatever it was, doctors, whatever. Fuck it. I don't know. She gets escorted. She goes into the goddamn boiler room with 1,000 fucking maniacs, and you actually see the scene that's hinted at in Nightmare 3, where the nun gets raped by 100,000, whatever it was, maniacs. Almost immediately, this fucking E.T. baby comes out, and it pops up, and then you go into the scene from Nightmare on Elm Street 4, where she inexplicably took a piece of Jesus glass and was like, God damn you! And then, like, and you know what? It's weird. It doesn't make sense. It's strange and awkward and fucking just weird. But I gotta admit, dude, it's kind of cool. I think like he usurps himself, that weird baby fuck.
It's so nasty.
Inserts himself into Freddy's old clothes and becomes Freddy again. So he basically used her dreamland to trick her into going back to that place so that he could reinsert himself into his own vagine and then become Freddy again.
You know what? I think
he can't do his butt.
I don't know if, you know what, honestly, maybe, I don't know. I mean, first off, in Nightmare 4, the way he came back was through a dog's herpy fucking piss.
Yeah.
And this actually made more sense for him to come back and bring Amanda.
Weird, but it was cool.
Yeah, but you don't find that out until later that he brought Amanda Kruger back, her spirit, to be born again. Now, how does this make sense?
Butterfly Vest.
I mean, obviously, at this point, we have broken every fucking rule Wes Craven ever set down. At this point, we're pissing on him. We're taking a dump and shitting him out. Like, all the rules that confine Freddy to a dream world are going out the fucking window. So if he comes back in an E.T. baby and he wants to be Freddy again, fuck it. I mean, I'm on board. I'm there.
It was cool and freaky, but when you're dealing with dreams,
but you get pissed off too. You're like, what the fuck?
I know, but when you're dealing with dreams and you're dealing with this dark, weird territory, you pass. I know. It almost works, you know? So,
well, you know, he comes back as Freddy after the weird E.T. baby gets up in that butt. I spread my butt cheeks. And Freddy comes back.
I spread my butt cheeks for Playboy magazine.
And,
I spread my butt cheeks.
Don't you ever talk about that.
Second bike.
I just piss excellence when I wake up in the morning.
Look it up. It's in the Geneva Convention.
I'm thinking about raising rabbits for food. We're just going to hang out in our basement, play G.I. Joes all day.
Baby Jesus.
I sure as hell will, Chip! Chip! Anyway.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I'm sorry. We're getting off topic. Anyway, after Freddy goes up the butt of the old Freddy and becomes back as Freddy new, that new, he's perp plus
He had
now.
them skid mark underwear,
He's
so he ran into those skid marks.
Yeah.
Like,
when E.T. Freddy becomes Freddy and he becomes perp plus fresh, it's funny to me that every Nightmare film thus far has always defeated the purpose of how he died the last film.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? It literally goes the opposite way. So
Yeah.
if he died in Freddy 2 because she loved him for the rest of your life, and that defeated him, and in the third one, the holy thing, and then the fourth one, it's about seeing yourself. This one, a baby goes up your butt because it's you. Like, it defeats.
It's almost like Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, it's like it defeats every fucking thing. Anyway,
Yvonne, who's her friend, who they go to the ultrasound with, decides, and she's the last one to really believe that Freddy exists. But she goes to a hot tub and she has this crazy dream in which she's working out. She's going through her whole swimming steps or whatever, and she goes on the diving board at the top. And then when she's diving to the bottom, she goes into Freddy's dreamland. There's this whole fucked up scene. But the people who actually die in the movie are. You've got, first off, Dan dies in a badass
spectacular fashion. I love that fucking death scene.
He dies that motorcycle death. And
I mean,
it turns into Mad Max Fury Road.
I know, but when he was dying, when he became one with the motorcycle, I just felt like, I would have been happy. Like with Freddy. I'm like, fuck yeah! Because this boy feels the need for speed. I mean, he looked like fucking Terminator, RoboCop, and
I don't know why they had to shave his head.
And a Transformer, all in one. I'm like,
weird.
I'm a fucking one with a motorcycle. Fuck! I felt, I know it was an incredible like tragic death scene, I guess, because it was so gory.
I felt bad.
But I fucking loved it though, man. It was so cool, and I'm like, you look badass.
It was a
You're
good
gonna
scene.
die, but you look badass.
It was a good scene and it was well done. Mark's death was really weird. I think Mark's death might have been the weirdest kill of the whole
You
franchise.
know what, Mark's, man?
No, it's just the weirdest. Like, not the best or anything, but just the weirdest. Because Mark, this whole time, he has this thing of where he drives, and I like his character.
Yeah, he's a cool
He draws comic book characters, and they're basically Iron Fist with like Punisher guns, you know?
Yeah.
But the entire movie, you see his characters, and they look like badasses. But then they go back to what I don't like, which is they go back to Nightmare 3, where when people go into the dreams, they have superpowers.
He was the only one that did that.
But when he gets really pissed off, he becomes his superhero, and it's just, to me,
I kind of like that though.
dude, I like it in a way, but at the same time, for the sake of the movie, it's really corny and awful. Like, he becomes this guy, and he looks like Rumpelstiltskin RoboCop, and all of a sudden he could, like, when you see his character that he drew, it looks like a badass karate dude, like Iron Fist.
Yeah.
But then when he becomes his character, he's just like a dude with like weird guns.
I don't know why I liked it. I felt like it was.
I like
cool.
the idea of it.
Well,
but
because
it was shit.
We can't forget Super Freddy, man. Super Freddy was fucking hilarious. I love that
But
shit.
stupid.
I know it was stupid, but it made sense in the comic book thing.
Yeah.
Because he shows up,
Batman
he turns
Freddy.
around, and he fucking shoots him. And he's like, "It's time to die, Pilgrim," or whatever he says. He shoots his ass, and then Freddy pops up. He's like, faster than the most crazy locomotive madman, and he's like Super Freddy. It's not even Robert Englund. It's a bodybuilder.
It's really garbagey.
I thought it was funny though because it made sense in the fucking realm that they were in at that moment. And then he slashes his body like fucking paper, which it is paper.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are we gonna do like Aha, Take on Me? But anyway, Mark was a weird death scene for sure. But I like that scene. I don't know why. I always thought it just felt really cool.
Odd. It was really strange.
But I always thought the weirdest one.
I like it in its own way.
The weirdest one to me, or maybe not the weirdest, but just like really fucked up, was Greta's death scene. When he made her fucking force feed her the food and her fucking face is all swelled out.
I like Greta so much because she's extremely fucking hot. Like, extremely fucking
You're really
hot.
in love with her.
I like her a lot.
She's old
but
now.
she was cool to Mark. She wasn't a dickbag to him. And she just seemed like a nice chick, but her mom was the most vapid bitch ever.
She was.
And that's what I love about the Nightmare on Elm Street series as a whole, is they're really played on, and I think that this film took from Wes Craven and that one of the scariest things about your dreams or about real life or whatever is being abandoned by your own parents. These are the people that are supposed to take care of you.
Well, she was the worst one, man.
Yeah, well, I know, but they've led you along your whole life, and almost all the parents have the same issues in this movie. She was the worst, but almost all the parents had the same issues. Like, you're supposed to trust these people, they're who you believe in, and then when you get to the point where you're almost adult, they abandon you, but also force their own issues on you at the same time. And she was the perfect embodiment of that. And when they're sitting at that table and she's having that dream and her mom's selling her out to all these models and all this bullshit like that, like, her death was almost the saddest.
And very dreamlike and disturbing. I mean, she does go into a dream and she's like, I'm not hungry. And then Freddie's like, bon appetit, bitch. And he does like,
another great film.
Yeah, and he's like fucking feeding her shit and her fucking face swells out. And then like, dude, it's so fucking... Alice is in the kitchen, you know, trying to fix dinner for her dad or whatever, and then the refrigerator opens up and she's like, you know, yelling and screaming for her, and her face is all fucked up and she's trying to get her out. Dude, that whole sequence was fucking crazy good. And again, I always felt like that one was the one that stuck with me the most from Nightmare 5, besides the motorcycle with Dan Death. That one always stuck with me. I always remember the girl when I was a kid. I watched it when I was a kid because I had great parents. They didn't know what I was renting. But the girl with the elongated face or whatever. Yeah. But
the main
problem, it was really well done. That shot was really well done.
The fucking awfulness of 5. Like you got some characters you like. You got some cool deaths. As we've talked about all that. But the awfulness, the shit of 5 is the ending. Because in 4 you had that weird church class ending. In 5, the director, it felt like the director of Halloween 5. Like, it felt like some French dude was directing this and was just like, let's just go batshit. The mom was there. Freddie was several different people. He was a baby. He was real Freddie. He was soul-eating Freddie. The baby that she... And they had this little kid that they were trying to play off as her kid. He was like the fucking Omen kid.
Yeah, but you know, he wasn't a bad actor. Like, I mean, he did all right. He did all right. I was
just like, why is that kid so fucked up?
At first, you know, when I first watched Nightmare 5, I hated him. But watching it again, he didn't do a bad job.
He was creepy.
Portraying the creepy kid. But and what we find out later, I mean, we didn't explain this. That's Alice. Jacob is actually Alice's kid, the unborn child, and Freddie is using him as a springboard into our world. And at the end of the movie, after Amanda, you know, because Yvonne survived, you know, finally that fucking bitch believed Alice after she almost got cooked in the hot tub. You got to set Amanda free. And if Amanda gets set free, Amanda Kruger, she's going to be able to take Freddie back. And she comes down, she's like, Jacob, you're the only one that can save her, or whatever. Then, dude, this is where I'm like, did I trip acid and I forgot about it?
If it seems like we're a little drunk and confused,
it's
because we are.
I don't know what's happening. What do I do with my hands?
It's how this movie.
What do I do with my hands?
It's how this movie makes you feel. There's just batshit shit coming out. There's Freddie's mom and him, and there's baby Freddie, and then he's going back into his body, and then there's a light show. It's like, what the fuck is even
the thing is
happening?
They were cool scenes, but they couldn't listen. There were cool scenes at the end, but if you had focused on one specific scene, it would have been great if you had played it out in a great way. But they try to throw so much shit at your face, and you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so at the end, go at the very end. Freddie's killing Alice at this point, because Alice, I guess, in her dream world, felt like she'll take Freddie into herself and whatever, and if Freddie's killing Alice.
Probably.
Amanda got fucking freed and sitting up on the steps, and she's like, Jacob, you got the power. And he's like, leave her alone. Oh. Teach me stuff.
It's Inception.
That part was
there's stairs and there's fucking this.
That part was like cringe.
It does make a little bit. It does make a little bit of sense though, because Freddie was trying to become the child's dad, so it was trying to give him some sperm.
I always thought he was trying to be born through the kid.
The kid had some of his power, so then the kid hit Freddie with like a Freddy fireball.
His tongue.
And I was like, it was like.
He got that fucking flower power up from fucking Mario Brothers.
Fuck it, who gives a shit at this point? This is stupid. Like, this is batshit stupid fucking crazy French shit.
When he hits that fucking
French, I'm sorry.
That fucking sexual tongue thing and hits Freddy with it, and all the souls that had died before are going to Amanda.
Great special effects though.
They were cool. And Amanda takes him into her body or whatever, and then the little born baby, little born baby at the end, Jacob is a little, Alice goes over and pushes her into her stomach.
I'm so scared. Right?
And then Amanda's like, take your baby and go. And she's like, what? And then you see oh my God, you see Amanda, Amanda run up the steps, and she goes into her, like, to be depressed. She's a fucking ghost, guys. And then you see Freddie bursting through her fucking stomach, and then the door shutting, and then if you have this on subtitles, it says, let me out! You hear Freddie saying, let me out. And then the very last scene is Alice, her drunk recovering dad, and Yvonne in the park celebrating, the fucking kid being alive. And then you have this. All the shit that we've gone through.
Probably.
Holy fuck, I'm having PTSD. You've got the motherfucking little kids again going, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. I'm like, please stop. Just stop it, Jim.
There's too many alternate universes. There's too many storylines.
Just let it go, Bob Shay.
So confused.
I mean, I love that the nightmare lasted. But guys, this is
time to stop now, Mac.
And you know what? I think you guys are gonna maybe disagree with me a little bit. This is the worst nightmare film in the series. I'm not gonna.
I haven't watched. I gotta watch 6.
I've seen 6 multiple times.
I know I have 2, but I gotta watch.
I'm gonna give number 5. A fair rating of a 3.5. I just did not enjoy it. I felt it was a cheap ass fucking play on the character of Freddy. I thought it was a cheap ass play on bringing him back. I thought the idea behind the Dream Child was maybe slightly good, but the execution was lost on everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it right down the middle because I do think the idea of like the ultrasounds and the Freddy in the belly thing is creepy. I like some of the characters. I like the dad. I like Greta. I like her character.
The acting was good.
And honestly, I thought Alice was 1,000 times better in this movie. Like she just learned how to act between movies. I liked her a lot in this movie. I thought that the whole Freddy baby and like church thing and them showing.
I never got scared.
Them showing the 1,000 Maniacs scene and like
that was cool.
The backstory between like Kruger's mom and all that. Like there's some really cool shit.
But they never fleshed it.
Right, and plus I like the dudes the death scene with the motorcycle.
Dan was great.
I like Mark. I like the characters in the movie. It's just. The problem is that when you get to the end, they just went for this. And it's actually a scary shot. When the last shot of the film, when they're backing off of Freddy and like walls are breaking down.
That was cool,
and the mom's like, ugh, fuck, ugh, fuck.
But you can see it was puppeteer. It was so, right. It was,
but she had that
clay animation.
She had that herky-jerky shit going on. It was actually creepy, but at the same time, y'all just did too fucking much.
I want to say one thing though. And I gotta say, it's so out of place, but I would have probably thought the movie was great in the 80s. Because when the end credits roll, it's Cool Mo D.
Right. It's so creepy and screaming, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, motherfucker.
I don't know. Like it was so out of place that the rap song that comes on during the end credits.
Y'all did too much. You tried to do too much.
But again, if they had picked one idea, they were like, again, you're throwing so much of this fucking pasta. Just pick the fucking hot peppers and go with that. Yeah. But they were throwing like, no, we're gonna throw provolone cheese in that bitch. We're gonna throw onions.
Yeah.
Just pick one.
Yeah.
Pick one.
We love your fucking faces.
Hey guys, you see this shit? Look, Freddy's coming through.
As we did, yeah. It's a wall. We love your fucking faces. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some god damn wham up in you. I spilled some drink on me.
Don't spill it on me.
It's alright. We've done it from time to time.
Ooh, that's nasty. You said it nasty when you said it like that.
Man, you know what?
Man, fuck you. I'm gonna write my own album.
Man. Fuck you. Fuck you, Dre.
Wait till my Instagram drop.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie.